Well, Devin Booker is not human, and the Suns win against the LA Clippers in Game 1, 120 to 114, and this is exactly what I expected out of Devin Booker's and the Suns. Coming into this game, we knew that Chris Paul was, dealing with health and safety protocols, so he couldn't be in the game, and obviously Kawhi Leonard dealing with that supposedly ACL injury. So again, both teams were, a little down with injuries, but this game was entertaining, and I can already tell this series is going to be one that is going to be a must-watch. Before we get on to the recap, please make sure to subscribe for now daily NBA playoff content, and let me know in the comment section if you guys want just a still picture like this, because I can't show the actual game footage, or if you guys just want, mixes of the Suns and the Clippers. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So man, this was an awesome game to watch, and obviously, to start off the game, Paul George came out hot. We have to give our respects to Paul George. He played an amazing game, 34 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, shooting 7 for 15 from the three-point land, 10 for 26 from the field in 39 minutes. Paul George is everywhere tonight, doing step-back threes, sidestep threes, getting to the paint early. In the first quarter, he came out aggressive. He had 11 or 12 points already. Obviously the big story of the night is Devin Booker. This man is not human. You can't tell me Devin Booker's not human. He's a robot. He dropped 40 points, 11 assists, and 13 rebounds. His first career triple-double in arguably one of the biggest games in his career. Man, he only shot 3 for 7 from the three-point line, but 15 for 29 from the field. He played 44 minutes tonight, and, Devin Booker was everywhere tonight, just like Paul George. But the one thing that Devin Booker did tonight was, passing the ball. He would come off a screen, throw an alley-oop to DeAndre Ayton, and just easy buckets like that, finding the open teammate, passing into the corner, making the right plays, and that's what I think is the Chris Paul effect. Chris Paul has made this team into a more patient team, a more playmaking-oriented team, and the spacing tonight was unbelievable by the Suns. It seems like everyone was getting open shots. But let's talk about Devin Booker's mid-range pull-up game. Man, in the third quarter, Devin Booker absolutely took over with his... So this is what would happen if you guys watch the game. He would call a screen. Okay, boom, DeAndre Ayton comes up, sets a screen for him. He goes down all the way to about the mid-range area, and he'll just pull up and he'll make it. He did that like 5 times in a row. Man, I believe he had 18 or something points in the third quarter alone, and then in the fourth quarter, obviously, he was still in the game the whole time. He sealed the deal at the end there, threw an alley-oop to Cameron Payne. So yeah. Let's talk about DeAndre Ayton, 20 points, 9 rebounds, almost another double-double. This whole playoffs can't, DeAndre Ayton has stepped up so much for this team, 10 for 14 from the field, so efficient. He caught some nice alley-oops. He was setting those screens. He was everywhere tonight. Mikal Bridges, another big night, 14 points, 2 assists. He had that nice alley-oop at the end. He's everywhere, 2 for 6 on the three-point land. But what we have to talk about is Cameron Payne. 11 points, 9 assists, and he only shot 1 for 4 from the three-point land, but this is what I'm talking about, the Chris Paul effect. The passes I saw from Cameron Payne and their playmaking I never seen before from him. Again, 9 assists. I didn't know he had playmaking, passing vision like that, but man, he had some amazing passes. He would drive, kick to the corner, drive, kick it to DeAndre Ayton, easy buckets, easy assists, and again, man, Chris Paul, this whole team, he's a leader on this team. Hopefully he'll be back next game, but Chris Paul has really rubbed off on this team. We clearly saw it tonight with Devin Booker, 11 assists. Jay Crowder, 13 points. He came out in a hot start. He had like 10 points in the first quarter alone, so he didn't really do much throughout the whole game, but going 3 for 7 from the three-point land. And that's basically it. Cameron Johnson, big night again, 12 points, 4 rebounds. He had some timely threes. He only shot 2 for 5, but the shots he did make were, very, very timely. And yeah, Torrey Craig played unbelievable tonight as well. Timely shots. Again, most of the bench players came in and shot timely shots. He shot 2 for 2 from the three-point line in 15 minutes. But now, let's talk about the Clippers. Bad screen defense. Their, pick and roll defense is horrendous tonight. They just couldn't get it, man. Devin Booker would come off every time, and it seemed like he'd have an open mid-range. Either the Clippers are going too low underneath the screens or too high, causing easy shots, kicking it to the corner. But, man, Paul George was the story of the night for the Clippers. 34 points. Again, I read out his stat line. Reggie Jackson, big night, 24 points. Could not get a goal for the three-point line, only 4 for 12, but he was a big impact this game. Terrence Mann dropping 36 in Game 6 a couple nights ago. This game didn't do as much, only 9 points, 4 rebounds, but he did shoot 3 for 3 from the three-point land. DeMarcus Cousins, he randomly came on in the second quarter. He didn't even play the last series. He was DNP for the full last series against the Utah Jazz, but in this series, he just randomly started going off. He had a poster dunk against Dario Saric. He hit a 3, and in 13 minutes, not bad. 11 points, 4 rebounds. Other than that, Rajon Rondo at the end of the game, he had some, a nice 3. He drove to the lane to cut it to a 2-point lead. That was kind of surprising. Rajon Rondo only playing 22 minutes, so a little surprising. But other than that, story of the night was Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns' ball movement and spacing. With no Chris Paul, it was going to be very hard to, have that spacing, but Devin Booker and Cameron Payne proved me wrong. And again, this series is going to be very entertaining. It was honestly a close game, 2-point game with 30-something seconds left. And the Phoenix Suns obviously do end up winning. The final score is 120 to 114. So no complaints on that end, but game 2 is going to have to be a big game. Hopefully Chris Paul can be back, because that's going to just be another help to the Suns. And hopefully we can see a healthy Kawhi Leonard on the Clippers, so it's going to make the series even more interesting. But this whole game was action-packed. There was never a dull moment. It seemed like, you could always see you could always see Devin Booker, doing one of his mid-range pull-ups, driving to the paint. Every time it was exciting, and the Suns came out to play. That's basically it. It was really a close game all the way through. There wasn't really a big moment where one team had a big lead, like the Suns had a big lead. There was a lot of lead changes, probably with 15 if I'm just guessing that number, and quite a few ties in this game. So it was really back and forth game, but the ultimate story, Devin Booker stepping up, Cameron Payne stepping up, this whole team, the spacing and amazing playmaking tonight by the Suns. Offense and defensively, poor execution on pick and roll. That's going to have to be something that Tyronn Lue discusses for his team, because, man, that can't happen again, or else the Clippers are going to get torched in game 2. But let me know what you guys think of this series. Who's going to win? Comment down in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe for daily playoff content and recaps for the next couple of games in the whole series, so you don't want to miss out. And again, let me know, do you guys want a still picture like this, or would you guys prefer mixes or like just random highlights of Clippers and the Suns? But make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell, and I'm out. Peace.